Our next guest says that the Greek drama will drag the euro down. He's the chief executive of Amplitude Capital. He's Karsten Schroeder. He's live in Zurich. Now, Karsten, wouldn't kicking Greece out of the eurozone actually in itself jeopardize the entire EU project?
Well, I think we have a similar situation here than what we had with the banks as the credit crisis hit the markets. And if you think about it, rescuing Greece in the way it's proposed now is probably sending the wrong signal to countries such as Spain or Portugal or even Ireland. I guess Greece has brought themselves in a very difficult situation, and if you want to rescue a partner, I think first of all you need to have a credible partner here. And what Greece has shown in the recent years is that they have window dressed their budget numbers to get into the eurozone in the first place, and I don't think that that's a very fertile ground to build a good relationship on.
Karsten, you could argue they're not going to make that mistake again, though.
Well, they probably will have to learn the lesson, but if you see what the public reaction is in Greece at the moment, the country does not seem to understand the severe situation they've brought themselves into. And I just don't think it's the right way to go about it. If you have a country that is not managing their budget at all, to step in, help them, and basically send a signal out to the other ones, you can do whatever you want, and if you screw up, we will be there to stabilize you. Now, I also believe in terms of reactions on the currency markets, yes, people don't want a euro member state to default, and maybe we can talk about guarantees for the current outstanding debt. But in terms of a medium-term solution, I believe one has to think about Greece exiting the eurozone.
Karsten, it's a difficult balancing act here the EU has to perform. On the one hand, they're saying that they're going to come, they're doing something to come for the market, basically, but they're not hoping, or should I say, they're not committing any money just yet. We're not seeing that. And they're just hoping that the market's going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. From Greece's perspective, they have to get this. They need to sell this 5 billion, and I guess for that reason, and because it's a time-pressing matter, the European government tries, or the other European member states try to send the signal that they will stand by Greece for the time being, but I just don't see that that is the right medium-term solution, also not for Greece, because the problem is that that country has a very different economical cycle to the rest of Europe, and it will make them, or make it harder for them to basically to deal with the European monetary policy. That's been the issue in the first place, with all these countries being brought together in a currency union, that they have to harmonize their cycles, and that's going to be very difficult for Greece. So I also don't believe that keeping Greece in this in the eurozone will do them any good in the medium term. So the best thing they should do about is try to stabilize the situation for the time being, maybe issuing guarantees, and then slowly but surely preparing a road for the exit of that country out of the eurozone.
Karsten, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Karsten Schroeder joining us. He's from Amplitude Capital there in Zurich.